Okay, so in the last video where I was talking about how you can use tin cans to grow any food on your windowsill, and that's probably the most cost-effective way to do it, I mentioned that I'm not a massive fan of the ones where you pull, where it's a pull top and you don't have to use a can opener, just because they leave some quite sharp edges. But I wanted to do a video specifically showing how you can just take down any sharp edges that might be left if you use a tin can opener. Normally I find that they're better than the pull tops, but every so often you do get a slightly serrated edge and you just want to get rid of that. It might be slightly overkill and some people might think, oh, you know, that's not entirely necessary. But it's amazing how often I've cut my fingers just because I left something that I handle very regularly still have a sharp edge. And right now the NHS is kind of in a little bit of trouble. I do not want to end up in hospital just because I didn't take 2 seconds to take the sharp edge off a tin can. So what you want to use is either a spoon or a penny. Any coin will do. It doesn't have to be a penny. It just has to be something which is tough and metal and can blunt that edge. So you take your tin can, you're going to take a spoon or a penny, you press that over, don't put your finger on the edge, just press the actual coin along the edge and then turn the can as you do it. Don't do that, just slowly turn it, and it can be very easy to just kind of do what I just did, but just keep your finger away from the edge, and if you feel the coin catch on anything, go over it until you don't feel it catch. Just repeatedly go over it. And a spoon is slightly easier for this because you can pop your thumb on the curve of that spoon and then just kind of press it against it, and it's a lot easier to kind of feel through the spoon how smooth that edge is. But I had a coin near me, I've used a coin a lot of times, so this is what I am going to use. And then once you've gone around it and you think, yeah, that's pretty smooth, take a finger. The thumb is the one that I prefer just because the thumb tends to have thicker skin and it's less delicate. And don't run along, just because if there is a sharp bit you are going to cut yourself. Ask me how I know. And just run down very slowly, go around the edges and run down. Double check that there's nothing sharp, and if it's all smooth, you're perfectly fine to use this for planting, and you don't have to worry about getting a nasty cut and needing the NHS when the NHS is in trouble.